My name is Jed Colton, and I have run this drought-plagued ranch alone for 10 harsh years without any help. The only company I had was a dog named Blue and the endless wind that whispered sorrow through the pines always. One evening in late July, the sky turned a sickly greenish purple and the air smelled of copper and fear. Lightning began striking the ridge repeatedly, each bolt closer than before until the ground shook violently then. I saw a brilliant flash hit the old windmill and a shape tumbled down like a ragdoll from heaven itself. I ran through the pelting rain and found a young woman gasping for air among the shattered blades and mud. Her dress was singed, and a faint glow faded from her skin like the last light of dusk quickly vanished. I scooped her up, her body light as dry corn husks, and carried her home through the storm, desperately breathing. I laid her on my bed, wrapped her in quilts, and built a fire to warm her frozen limbs quickly. For 2 days she slept, and I began to fear she would never wake up to see the sun again ever. On the third morning, her eyes opened, gray as storm clouds, and they held a silent, desperate plea for help immediately. She tried to speak, but only a raspy breath escaped her lips like wind through a broken flute softly crying. I gave her water, and she clutched my hand with surprising strength. An electric jolt ran up my arm instantly. Then she released me and began drawing in the dusty floor, intricate symbols beyond my comprehension entirely. The main symbol was a heart with a jagged lightning bolt through it that seemed to pulse with hidden meaning. She pointed at the symbol, then at the windmill, then underground with urgent stabbing gestures that left no doubt immediately. I fetched a pickaxe and lantern, and she led me to the windmill as lightning flickered in the distance ominously. Behind a fallen beam, she showed me a hidden shaft descending into darkness and whetstone below silently waiting. We climbed down, and the air grew cold and thick with anticipation, like a held breath in an ancient tomb. At the bottom, her finger touched a wall that glittered with gold nuggets embedded like stars in a midnight sky. I chipped a piece free, and it felt warm, almost alive in my hand, pulsing with a strange, seductive energy. For the next week, I dug out gold, hiding it in a trunk under my bed with greedy thoughts constantly. The girl watched, her gray eyes growing more troubled each day, as if she regretted showing me the secret treasure. Then the accident started. Blue died, struck by a single bolt on a clear sunny morning with no clouds anywhere. My best horse went lame. The barn roof collapsed without wind as if an invisible hand crushed it inward slowly. The creek, our only water source, dried to cracked mud overnight, leaving my cattle bellowing in desperate thirst painfully loud. I began to suspect the gold was cursed, but I could not let go. It promised freedom from poverty, forever rich. The girl grew paler, often clutching her chest as if in pain whenever I touched the gleaming yellow nuggets lovingly. She traced the lightning heart again, pointing at the gold, shaking her head with desperate, silent urgency to stop immediately. I ignored her, and one evening a twister dipped from the sky, destroying my fences and chicken coop completely gone. The twister left a path straight to the windmill, then vanished, leaving an eerie silence and dread behind shaking me. I finally opened my grandfather's trunk and found his leather journal hidden beneath old photographs and rusted golden spurs. The journal told of a woman named Alara, a healer betrayed in 1887 for gold, buried alive beneath the windmill. She cursed the gold. Taking it brings doom unless true love returns it, and greed is confessed aloud truthfully. I realized the silent girl was Alara's spirit, bound to the gold, trying to save my soul from eternal damnation. That night, I watched her fade slightly, becoming almost transparent under the moon, like a ghost losing its earthly anchor. I panicked and held her, feeling her heartbeat weak, but fighting like a candle flame in a storm wind desperately. I knew I had to return the gold and declare my love for her aloud, no matter the cost, forever. I carried the trunk of gold to the cave, Alara's hand in mine trembling with both hope and ancient sorrow. I placed each nugget back into the vein, my hand shaking badly as lightning crackled inside the stone, loudly threatening. When the last nugget touched, The cave roared and the ground split with a deafening, thunderous crack echoing endlessly then. Alara clutched her throat, and I shouted, "I love you, Alara, with all my heart. Come back to me now." A blinding light filled the cavern, and I heard her voice first time saying my name like a prayer answered. "Jed," she whispered, "you broke the curse with your love and set my soul free forever at last truly now." The storm outside ceased instantly, and the windmill began turning slowly, creaking with new life after a century of stillness. Water gushed from the cave spring, filling the dry creek bed with clear, cold water that sang over stones joyfully. The dead bull stood up, shaking off dirt, and lowed contentedly as if resurrected by the land's forgiveness, completely healthy. Alara became solid, her skin warm and pink, her hair smelling of rain and wildflowers, no longer a ghost forever. She laughed, a sound like silver bells, and kissed my cheek with lips as soft as a morning rose petal. We walked out of the cave into a sunrise painted gold and pink, the valley reborn in glorious, hopeful light. I asked her to stay, and she said yes, becoming my wife under the very windmill where she had fallen. We fixed the ranch together, planting new crops and repairing fences with laughter and songs that the wind carried far. The gold vein was gone, replaced by a garden of wild roses that bloomed year-round with an impossible sweet fragrance. Alara told me her story fully. Her lover killed her for the gold and buried her heart beneath the windmill. But my love, genuine and sacrificial, broke the century-old curse, allowing her soul to finally rest in peace, forevermore blessed. She chose mortality to live with me, and we became legend, defeating greed with love, forever remembered, fondly indeed blessed. Now, every evening we sit on the porch, watching the windmill turn and remembering the storm that brought us together. Our children will hear this story, learning that love is the real treasure, stronger than any curse or gold vein. I often catch Alara tracing that lightning heart in the dust with a secret knowing smile, eternally mysterious sweet. And I realize I am the richest man in the entire West because her love fills my heart beyond measure. The first year, Alara planted a garden that thrived against all odds, producing food that amazed everyone locally, instantly famous. Old Man Higgins from the next spread said our land was bewitched, yet envied our thriving cattle, openly jealous grudgingly. Alara could call a gentle rain by humming, but never a storm, holding a thread of power quietly, sweetly controlled. I taught her to ride a horse, and she learned faster than wind, hair streaming like wildfire, beautiful, untamed, free forever. Her laughter echoed over the canyons, chasing away all lingering shadows of the curse that once held her captive tightly. One night, she woke me, whispering that a lost traveler needed help. We saved a boy near death from thirst. The boy's family rewarded us, but we only asked them to pay kindness forward, as land forgave greed completely, blessedly. We never touched gold again, using only barter and honest work to build a life richer than any treasure chest. Alara became known as a healer, using herbs from her garden to cure ailments and mend bones, miraculously gently loving. Some whispered she was a witch, but the healed folks only praised her for her gentle hands and kind heart. On our second anniversary, a double rainbow arched over the windmill, a sign from spirits, she said, smiling, crying happy. That night, we danced under the stars, and she sang a wordless melody that made coyotes listen and chanted, still breathless. I found a gray hair on my head, and she plucked it laughing, calling it silver wisdom earned dearly beloved. She never aged a day, as if the curse had frozen time for her, keeping her young, forever, radiant, immortal. I did not mind. Her eternal youth was a blessing, not a burden. Her love made my wrinkles deeply grateful. We raised 3 strong children who never feared storms or legends, for their mother calmed lightning, easily loving peacefully always. Our eldest daughter had her mother's gray eyes and uncanny intuition, predicting rain or calf sickness without fail ever. She once dreamed of the gold cave and woke tracing the lightning heart on her sheet, memory in blood. I told her the story, and she promised to honor love above all, never seeking gold or power ever again. The ranch grew famous, not for gold, but for its peace and prosperity flowing like the blessed creek, eternally clear. Sometimes travelers came hoping to find the lost gold vein, but they left with only a rose from Alara's garden. One persistent prospector tried to dig under the windmill at midnight, but lightning struck his shovel and he fled screaming. We just laughed, knowing the curse was broken, but still guarded by a love no greed could breach ever anymore. In the long winter nights, we read the old journal together aloud, and she wept for lost years, quietly remembering. Then I would kiss her tears and remind her she was now alive and loved beyond any gold's measure, truly deeply. She would smile and say, "You are my treasure, Jed. Always in every storm and calm sunrise, forevermore eternally blessed." Our cattle multiplied, and we never had a sick calf after that. The land blessing herds perpetually vibrant, strong, free. The creek, renamed Alara's Spring, never dried even in severe drought, providing water for all valley's creatures and families. People came from afar to taste the water, claiming it healed ailments and brought peace to troubled minds instantly, miraculously. Alara never took credit. She said the spring was a gift of love, restored by heart, choosing compassion, always freely. On the 10th anniversary, we planted a lightning heart-shaped rose garden that bloomed electric pink and deep passionate crimson brightly. Folks from 3 counties attended the picnic we threw under the windmill, sharing stories and dancing till stars appeared joyfully. Alara baked pies that tasted like summer, and everyone begged for recipes, but she said love's secret ingredient always essential. I watched her that day, radiant in a blue dress, and my heart swelled with gratitude for the storm blessing. A wandering preacher blessed our union, saying heaven had touched our land through sacrifice and a love that defied death. We did not need a church. Our cathedral was the open sky and windmill where lightning struck and peace reigned forever. Every morning, I thank the universe for Alara and our redeemed ranch, teaching love over gold, constantly, faithfully humble, true. She still occasionally goes silent, her eyes reflecting distant storms, and I hold her till present returns, safely worn home. Once, during a lunar eclipse, she spoke in a language I did not know, and the wind answered mysteriously, softly knowing. Then she kissed me and said, just remembering my old name, the one my mother gave before the cruel betrayal. Our son once asked why we never got rich from gold like others. I showed him journal and roses alive. He understood when he saw the lightning heart carved on the old headboard. Love, our true wealth, forever shining bright. As I grew older, Alara's hand never left mine for long, as if she feared I would slip away into eternity. She nursed me through fevers with herbs and whispered ancient songs that made my bones feel young and strong again. Our grandchildren played under the windmill, unafraid of its history, because they saw only love and roses, never a curse. Alara taught them to trace the lightning heart and tell the story of a storm bringing Ghost and Cowboy together. They would listen wide-eyed, then run off chasing fireflies in the dusk with squeals of joy that echoed across the valley. On my 80th birthday, Alara looked no older than 30 springs, her beauty untouched by time or worldly worry ever. I teased her about being a vampire, and she threw a rose at me, laughing that same music loved eternally. That night, we watched the stars, and she pointed out the storm constellation, saying it guided her soul to me. I felt complete, knowing our story would ripple through generations, teaching that love is the only currency of heaven forever. When my time came, I lay in our bed with her hand on my heart and her whisper guiding me. She said, "I will find you in the next storm, my love. Wait for me beyond the lightning bridge between worlds." I closed my eyes, and the last sound was the windmill creaking like a lullaby from our first storm together. They say Alara vanished this same night, leaving only a lightning heart drawn in the dust on the cabin floor. Our children kept the ranch, and the windmill still pumps water faithfully, as if blessed by an eternal love story. Visitors claim on stormy nights, Two figures dance on the ridge with lightning flashing a heart above forever shimmering bright. That heart lightning is said to bless lovers who witness it together with a lifetime of devotion and storm-proof love. So if you ever feel a storm brewing, look for the windmill and hear a woman's laugh echoing sweetly nearby. Please subscribe to Stories Hub Official, smash that like button, and tell me your thoughts in the comments below now. Thank you for listening to this Western mystery, and may you always treasure love above gold. Until next time, friends.